Does anyone remember Hamza? He's pretty much a self-improvement guru, makes hundreds of thousands of dollars selling courses to children, and he's fallen off. You can see this through his views, you can see this through his videos where he's very vindictive, hateful, that people have talked bad about him. And this video is going to be a quick analysis about how to handle hate and how to do it the right way and how to do it the wrong way.
Hamza's inability to notice his own faults and biases.
My inability to notice my own faults and biases. If you watched a few of my videos, do you think I have an inability to notice my own faults and biases? I would say I'm way more self-aware.
And this all starts with his most recent video where he's whining, complaining like a pussy little bitch because he can't handle the hate. So everything he does is out of vindictiveness.
Vindictiveness is the strong tendency or desire to seek revenge and inflict harm on someone perceived to have done you wrong.
And they've made 2 videos about me damaging my reputation and attacking my family business. I just got a text from my dad. I'll read it out to you actually. Mortgage paid off. The bank's name removed. It wouldn't have been possible without you. Proud of you. I've worked so hard on this business to help my family. I retired my dad.
My parents have butt fucked me unconsensually, so everything I'm going to say afterwards comes from my heart, not my anus. And what you need to realize is he's already using manipulative tactics, trying to appeal to your emotions because that is the most effective way to sway an audience. But let's do a little bit of analysis towards his character. There is this weird pressure in his head that he must be seen as perfect. He must be seen as someone who is trustworthy. So every little thing in his video sounds good. You don't have 2 million subscribers by just being an idiot. He says very good points in only that video. Why? Because he makes shit up. He lies to sound smarter. He lies to manipulate you, and here's how.
But I really think like once you mature and like your prefrontal cortex develops, you realize, bro, you can make videos being like a hater on the internet, but you can also make videos being like a sweet person and helping people as well. And so you may as well just choose the one which like promotes you to have a better life. I was built like a deep breath. He has pronouns in bio that tells you all you need. New soy jack just dropped. Look. Never thought I'd see a lesbian chipmunk, but here we are.
By the way, that clip was not taken out of context. It was literally 2 weeks ago. So he's telling people to be a positive person, and then he's also making fun of someone for being overweight. But shouldn't you be highlighting their journey to improving them as a person? He'll only say something to make himself sound better in that specific video, and especially when it's to belittle another person. But when it's time to actually stay true to your own words, well, hey, this guy attacked me. What about my daddy? What about my mommy, my family? And there's 2 more lies I want to break down because it is so obvious he just made it up, but I guess we'll believe him.
Their entire channel is what's called a faceless channel. They've never shown their faces. They've always hidden themselves. And I found out what they look like. And since then, they have been begging me not to show you what they look like. They're upset at me now because I've revealed who it is behind all these hate videos. Look at them. Now when I'm lighting the heat underneath them.
If they were trying to be private and anonymous, wouldn't it be the good thing to respect their decisions as a human being? Because if you don't respect people's decisions, then all you are is unconsensually fucking raping them. And this is a kind of joke because they're not hiding their faces. That's how he found those images so easily. And also, here's Internet Anarchist, the guy beefing with Hamza. Here's his face. Fuck Internet Anarchist. I'm kidding. I interviewed the person with his face cam on. It was that easy, right? He's not trying to hide anything. He just made it up to seem like what he's doing is this giant, big, fucking power move. But his face is right here. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And additionally, it's just formats based on a video. This is YouTuber talk, but my format is my beautiful face. His format is his hairy face, and Internet Anarchist is all about the animations. There are YouTubers that are locked into their format. So obviously he doesn't show his face, but he's not scared of it. Why would he be? It doesn't even make sense. And if he did do enough research, he would know that Internet Anarchist lost a lot of weight. That's something worth celebrating for.
I used to be obese making YouTube videos.
Wow.
And I lost over 30 kilograms of weight. I don't know how many pounds it is, but it's
like
a
60.
good amount of weight.
Yeah, it's around like 60.
Yeah.
But again, it literally doesn't matter to Hamza because that is not his goal. He's just trying to maintain the audience he has already created because he's losing subscribers. He's not gaining anything. And more or less, he's trying to retain what he has already built rather than trying to grow his channel because I mean, look at his fucking videos. They're all hypocritical videos. Within the span of 2 weeks, he'll say one thing, then do the exact opposite. And it's very confusing. It's very schizophrenic. So Hamza is blaming other people for making hate videos, but are they even hate videos or are they good critiques? But he's trying to pinpoint the flaws of others as a way to avoid looking into the mirror and realizing he himself is the flawed one. If I lie in every single one of my videos, at some point there will be a mountain of hypocrisy and there's no incentive for me to continue watching you unless I am a dumb, stupid teenager, young adult, or even a third world country idiot. And that's the majority of Hamza's audience. They're stupid as shit. Like, no, dude, I watched 2 videos. This video took 0 effort to do any research in because it's that easy to point out how flawed he is as a person.
I would say I'm way more self-aware than like average. He says it like it's just a fact, Hamza's inability to notice his own faults and biases, but it's not true. I notice my own faults and biases very well. I know like all the criticisms people have of me because I knew them in myself even earlier than someone had ever said them to me before.
Now, I want to ask you this. Do you think his dad actually texted him, "Oh, thank you so much for paying off my mortgage," whilst he was recording that video or even recently? Fuck no. He just made it up. That guy is the king of making shit up.
And these guys, I swear to God, they had the audacity on Instagram. They randomly just sent me a picture of them in a car, like in like some fancy supercar, like to try and like flex on me and to say like, oh, like, you know, like I'm so successful. Like how fucking cringe and heartless is that?
Internet Anarchist, that was kind of a dick move, but that was a lie. Hamza made that entire interaction up. Here's a message of him letting him know that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Some random fucking guy was just flexing on Hamza. Or another theory, he opened up a website and just made up the entire interaction to fulfill the story that Internet Anarchists, these random internet commentators, are the villain and he's the little victim. Oh my God, they're attacking me and my family. Remember, he's trying to emotionally anchor you. He's trying to put yourself in his position. Your family's being attacked. These successful people are ganging up on him. But none of that is the case. He's just making shit up. But if you watch that video without any context, it's like, yeah, he makes a very good point. And that's the entire existence of Hamza. He'll make one video that makes a lot of sense, but then the next video, it contradicts everything. But you know, that video also makes a lot of sense. He's constantly changing his mind to fit the current narrative. And there's a word for that. Grifter.
A grifter is a dishonest person who obtains money or property through fraud, trickery, or manipulation, often through deception or false pretenses.
He's a fucking grifter. Does he hold any real beliefs? Absolutely not. And I could give him the benefit of the doubt that he's constantly changing, learning, growing as a person. But if you are changing your mind so quickly and so often, that just means you're a fucking liar. You don't get the luxury to say that you've changed your mind. You're just actively lying to make yourself seem like a better person. And this is great for short-term growth. That's why he's so popular. But it will stagnate. This applies in real life, not just in business and YouTube. But if you're someone that cannot be reliable, why would anyone stick with you long term? And it's not me who says that, but it's how the world will treat him. You can look at his success, it's completely stagnated because people are realizing this guy is not a person who changes his mind, but he's a fucking liar. And nobody likes to follow a liar.
I really think that you need to be careful about the stories that you tell yourself about things. You know, you say a lot of stuff with conviction, which I appreciate, but you need to fact check your uncertainty as much as possible. Because if you're smart, you can make yourself believe things, right? It's one of the problems of being clever. One of the issues of being clever is that you can convince yourself of stuff that isn't true.
These are small little things everyone can easily pick up, especially if your whole audience is someone who's trying to be smarter, better than who they previously were. And if that is true, they're going to also call you out on your bullshit, which there's a lot, right? And you know, one little tidbit, he does collabs with, you know, big influencers, and that's awesome. Good for him. But I think it's very funny how he likes to portray himself as a leader, but every single time he does do an interview or collab, it's the people he's talking to that always gives him advice. He never gives advice to anyone because it shows a little bit of where his psychology is at. He knows he's a fraud. It's this constant need to lie. Hey buddy, if you're giving everyone advice, why not give advice to your co-host or the people you're collabing with? He won't, because he knows his place, which is beneath people. But you know, this is high IQ talk, which a lot of people won't get. Thank you for watching. Join the Patreon. Also, if you guys want to watch the interview with Internet Anarchist, it's live. Peace out in the description. Also, supposedly, according to Internet Anarchist, the fat guy on the left is randomly his friend, and because of Hamza, he's at risk for losing his job. So good job, Hamza, and the positivity. Woo woo!